Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. I really cannot believe we are already halfway through Piazza. I know I say that. I feel like every single month I say like, oh, we're I can't believe it. Well, I really can't believe it's been 5 months already, and here we have Clue 5 for Piazza. This is going to be a blast. I cannot wait to see what this quilt looks like when it all comes together. Honestly, blue is my favorite color, and with the way that these blocks are shaping up, I can tell already that I'm going to absolutely love this quilt, and it's going to be such an amazing reveal when it finally happens, which seems like it's going to be a while longer, but I know that these months are going to fly by because I can't believe we're on month 5 already. Where has this year gone? Where has this year gone? And we're already heading into 2023. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to stop blabbering and talking about how much I can't believe how quickly this year is going. Let's go ahead and get started putting together clue number 5. Okay, the pieces that we have for clue number 5 include 4 squares of fabric E, 4 triangles of fabric A, 8 triangles, 8 triangles of fabric B, 8 triangles of fabric D, 4 triangles of fabric E. I have 4 rectangles. I'm not sure if this is the large rectangle or the small rectangle. I think it may be the large rectangle of fabric F. I have 8 squares of fabric C. I also have 4 rectangles of F fabric, and they are the smaller rectangles. And then I also have our smaller C rectangles as well. So this is everything that's included in clue number 5. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the table next to me, and we'll get started with step number 1. All right, starting off on step number 1, we're actually going to be starting off creating our section 5A. We're going to be making 2 parts to this one, so we're starting off at 5A. Starting off on step number 1, it says to join a square of C above a square of E, and we're going to make 4 of them. So we're starting off really easy on this one. We're going to start off with C on top and then E on bottom. We're going to do this 4 times, and then we're going to press towards our C fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and I'll come back when it's time to press it all out. Okay, I have sewn all 4 of those together. I'm now pressing towards my C fabric. I think this part, the section 5A, is going to be super easy to put together. This seems really easy. I'm going to go ahead and move on to step 2. All right, moving on to step 2, we're going to take what we did in step 1 and we're going to join a rectangle of C to the left of it. So we'll have kind of this L shape forming with our E square down in the bottom right corner. We're going to do this 4 times with all 4 that we just created, and then we'll come and press it out when it's all said and done with. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and I'll be right back when it's time to press it out. All right, I have sewn all 4 of those together, and I'm now pressing towards our larger rectangle of C. So I'm just pressing it out towards the C fabric that we just added on, just like that. Feel like this might be kind of, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not good with remembering the names of like original block pieces, but I feel like this may be like a log cabin that we're building. At least that's how it feels. I think that's log cabin. I can't remember. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to step number 3. Okay, moving on to step number 3, we're going to join a short rectangle of F above step 2 unit, and we're going to make 4 because you see how nicely it fits on there, just like that. So all we're going to do is sew on our F fabric. Sorry, I forgot what fabric that was for a second. F fabric goes on top like this. We're going to do that 4 times, and we're going to come back when it's time to press it out. Okay, I have finished that. I am now pressing our F fabric, or we're pressing towards our F fabric, excuse me, the fabric that we just added on. We're pressing up towards that fabric, and we're going to be moving on as soon as I finish this one because I've done all 4. There we go, there's all 4. I'm going to go ahead and move on to step number 4. All right, moving on to step number 4, it says to join a long rectangle of F to the left of a step unit 3. We're going to finish this out by pressing towards our F fabric when it's all said and done, and we'll be able to label it as section 5A or clue 5A, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and sew all 4 of these together, and of course, I'll come back when it's time to press it out. Okay, I have sewn all four together. I am now pressing towards the F fabric that we just added just now. So I'm pressing towards that F fabric just like so. And there we go. We now have all four of these together, and this will complete section 5A. I'm going to go ahead and mark these as either section A or clue 5A, excuse me, clue 5A, section 5A. I kind of cut it off there and was just saying A. So we're done with these. I'm going to set them off to the side and we'll move on to section 5B. Okay, moving on to section 5B. We're going to be making all the sections, you will be making the 4 of section 5B. The instructions below tell you how to make all 4 sections at the same time. What we're going to do is on step number 1, it says to join a triangle of B and a triangle of D. We're going to make 4 of these in total, so don't go crazy because you have more triangles than what you're going to be making at the moment, so make sure to pay attention to that. We're only making 4 at this moment, so I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 together, and I'll come back when it's time to press it out. Alright, I've sewn those together and I'm now pressing towards my B fabric, and remember on half square triangles it's best to go up and then over. That helps with the warping a little bit. It really has seemed to make my half square triangles a lot better whenever I'm putting them together. Alright, we're going to set these off to the side and we're going to move on to step 2. Alright, moving on to step 2, it says to join a triangle of A and a triangle of B. We're going to make 4 of these in total, so I'm going to go ahead and put them together just like this, and I'll come back when it's time to press all 4 of these out. Alright, I have sewn all 4 of those together and I'm pressing again towards my B fabric. So I'm just pressing out that B fabric as so, and now we have them, all 4 of our half square triangles put together. Let's go ahead and move on to step number 3. Moving on to step number 3, it says to join a step 2 unit to the right of a step 1 unit. We're going to make 4 of them. So we're going to be lining up our B fabric so we get this diagonal shape. So we have D, B, B, A. So it looks like this whenever you're done. We're going to be doing this 4 times, and we're going to be pressing it out when we're done towards our AB half square triangle. I'm going to go ahead and sew all 4 of these together, and I'll come back when it's time to press it out. Okay, I've sewn all 4 of those together. I'm pressing towards my half square triangle. That is the B and A fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and press those out, or I've pressed all of them out except for this one. And now I have all 4 completed. Let's go ahead and move on to step number 4. All right, moving on to step 4, it says to join a triangle of E to a triangle of D. Try saying that 5 times fast, and we're going to make 4 of these. So we're just going to put these 2 together like this. More half square triangles. Let's go ahead and do that, and it'll come back, and I will come back when it's time to press it all out. Okay, I've sewn my D and E triangles together to form the half square triangle. I'm pressing towards my E fabric as such, and I have 4 of those together. Let's go ahead and move on to step number 5. Moving on to step number 5, it says to join a square of C to the left of a step unit 4. And we're going to make 4 of these in total. Super easy, just going to go ahead and sew this like this. So it is C, D, E. The E fabric does not touch the C fabric at all, but we're going to make it look like this when it's all said and done. And we're doing this 4 times, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back when it's time to press it out. Okay, I have sewn all 4 of those together. I'm now pressing towards my C fabric. So there we go, we have that. It's kind of cool look. I love this colorway. It's just so pretty. All right, let's move on. I'm not even going to stop the camera. I'm just going to keep going. We're going to go ahead and we are going to move on to step 6, which says that we are going to we're going to join a step 5 unit below a step 3 unit, and we're going to make 4 of them in total. So how does this all go together? We have our D fabrics in these triangles, and they're kind of lined up, if you will. So it should look like this. That's kind of what I look for reference points whenever I sew clues together. I always look for those reference points. And for me, it's on this one, it's going to be those D triangles. They're lining up diagonally from each other. Everything else looks good. It's just those kind of 2 points that I can reference. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put all 4 of these together, and I'll come back when it's time to press it out. All right, I did have to get my seam ripper out because I accidentally sewed it the wrong way on one of these, so I am not immune to accidentally doing it the wrong way. It happens to the best of us. No big deal though. I did re-sew it, got Jack the Ripper out and redid that, and there we go. There is our, this is our section 5B, clue 5B, whatever you want to label them. That's what we just finished right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other one really quick and we'll wrap up. All right, and there we go. We have finished section 5B and 5A. We're going to label these as such. And we are halfway through the Puzzle Mystery Quilt Piazza, which is amazing to me. This time just flies by. I don't know where all the time went, but we are halfway to 10 months. And so next month we will come back and sew together clue number 6, and we'll keep on trucking.